Yeah, I know y'all been waiting on your boy. You've been waiting on your boy Flawless to drop some NFL draft content. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Flawless, aka AB Junior, back with another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. Man, how'd you guys enjoy the draft? I'm gonna tell you what, I'll tell you right now, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the positive things and I enjoy the negative things or the negative thing, in which you guys probably already know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna stand firm and I'm gonna fight through it. I'm gonna go against the grain. I have too many decades up under my belt to not go against the grain. Not gonna sit up here and go with consensus, the beloved consensus that's wrong 50% of the time. Absolutely not. Guys, I enjoyed it. The draft was awesome. Today, though, we're going to cover round one and round one only of the NFL draft. And I'll be honest with you, I believe it was a good draft. Very good first round. Some surprises. Some things that weren't surprises, but guess what? I hope these guys the best. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of busts on this list. But the dreams have come to fruition for a lot of these players, and I wish them the best. Let's get to it, guys. Round one of the NFL Draft 2023. You got everybody wanting to come up and hug the commissioner and pick him up and, just left him in the air. I can't stand seeing that. Because I'm like, you guys sit up here and you're lifting up. Listen, Roger Goodell didn't draft your ass. He didn't draft you. But y'all go out there hugging him and just, oh, Master, I love you so much. He didn't draft you. And guess what? Freak around and pop on a test real quick and see if he don't put that 6 games on your ass. Because he will. He won't be worried about the little special handshake that he was giving everybody. Because, of course, they practice the shit, right? But we ain't going to get into that. All right? Roger, how you know all these different handshakes? You ain't about it like that, Roger. You ain't about it like that. Let's start with Carolina Panthers. Everybody pretty much knew. Everybody knew. It was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They picked a 2023 Kyle Murray lookalike. Carolina Panthers drafted quarterback Bryce Young out of Alabama. Now, this was a no-brainer. I hope the best for him. That team that's a good team. That's a good team. They got Miles Sanders at running back, Terrace Marshall Jr. at wide receiver, Adam Thielen, DJ Sharp. They have a good team over there. So I'm hoping that Mr. Bryce Christopher Young, y'all didn't know his name was Christopher, did you? Y'all know I be pulling out the doggone middle names on you. I pull out the government names. Bryce Christopher Young, I wish you the best. Number 1 overall pick. Hope you get a nice contract. And the most you can get, and get the ball in there. I hope for the best for him. I can't wait to see what he does, even though my Niners going to thump him upside the head. Number 2 goes to no other than, he's going to have enough tough go at it. But second pick in the 2003 NFL draft was Coleridge Bernard Stroud IV. Flawless, who the hell is that? Who's Coleridge Bernard Stroud IV? Coleridge Bernard Stroud IV. Again, that's a government name. Coleridge. Coleridge. I like it. Coleridge Bernard Stroud IV. Short for CJ, obviously. So CJ Stroud got picked by the Houston Texans. They probably will throw him out there. We'll see if Davis Mills starts or if he's going to throw him out. Davis Mills is going to try to hold him off. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll probably have, and I know people are not thinking that he's probably going to get thrown out there, but Davis Mills will probably start, and then he'll lose a couple of games. They're going to give it to Stroud if they don't give it to him right away. So quarterback out of Ohio State went number 2. You know, he don't have much to work with, guys. C.J. Stroud don't have much to work with. He got Robert Woods, Nico Collins at wide receiver, John Michie, and Noah Brown, man. It's like, yeah, you got the young tight end, but, you know, it's like, they're going to be behind a lot, so it's going to be a lot of pressure on Mr. C.J. Stroud. So hopefully he can do well. Number 3, man, Houston traded up and got Alabama edge rusher Will Anderson. I'll be honest with you. Going on offense, getting a foundational quarterback, and getting the best defensive guy in the draft, I got to put some respect on their name. Houston did good with that. Will Anderson, hopefully, he pans out. If he does, it'll make that team formidable, very formidable. So Alabama stud. They got Alabama's quarterback and Alabama's best defensive player. So let's go, Houston. Let's see what you're made for. Number 4. This was my best pick of the freaking draft. I was very excited. People was asking me about the draft, and I'm like, hey, my Niners ain't got no pick in the first round, man. They ain't got no pick to like pick 90-something. But I said what I want to see is what the running backs go to, what the main running back go to, and secondly, who drafts Mr. Anthony Richardson. And that was Indianapolis Colts. They drafted Anthony Richardson, quarterback out of Florida. Man, I'm excited to see them have a dynamic running back, a quarterback that can run, that can be handing the ball off to Jonathan Taylor with Pittman and Alec Pierce. I'm interested in seeing how that team's going to work, man. Now, you know, you got a quarterback that can run, so, you know, basically it'll be holding linebackers at bay and stuff like that. So I like that, man. You know, I'm not as high as Jonathan Taylor as I was before, but I love Jonathan Taylor as a player. Maybe I can sport the shirt a little bit more this year after that disappointing year last year. But I am so excited for Anthony Richardson, Indianapolis Colt. It's good to see. I wanted to see a black quarterback in the Colts, straight up. I wanted to see him there. So hopefully he does well. He's in an ideal situation. Hopefully he flourishes. And I'm going to tell you something. He can have a season. Now listen, I'm not going to try to say he can have a Lamar Jackson season, but it's in the cards. There's worlds where that could happen. I wish him the best. His wide receiver game good enough, and he got an excellent run game with a very good sound defense. So I like the tools are over there at the Colts. So I'm interested. I really like the Colts this year. Dare I say the Colts are my second favorite team? No, I'm not going to say that because I'm not 12 years old. I don't have a second favorite team. Let's move forward to, now obviously those are the first 4 picks, guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip over certain picks that, in my opinion, aren't fantasy relevant. So I'm going to go from the number 4 pick to the number 8 pick. So the Atlanta Falcons and Mr. Arthur Blank want to go ahead and draft Bijan Robinson. And I know all you out of Texas, running back out of Texas. And I know you guys are all just stroking Bijan. Oh, Bijan. Oh, put it all over me, Bijan. Oh, you missed the spot, Bijan. That's what you guys are sounding like. Especially Canoa Bill, talking about some, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, your freaking shares of Tyler Algier. I'm still putting respect on Tyler Algier name. Y'all gotta put some respect on Tyler Algier. 1,000-yard rusher, 4.9 yards a clip. This is not a knock on Algier because he drafted him. He wanted to get rid of that dead weight over there, those other running backs behind him. Patterson, 99.5 years old. You got that other guy back there that sucked, and he was just a freaking plotter, that younger guy. You needed to bring somebody else back there. So I ain't knocking it. Nowadays, they don't want to give a running back no 25 carries. But Tyler Algier gonna hold that boy off. Watch. Y'all gonna put some respect on Tyler Algier there. He's gonna drop and drop and drop. And guess what? If Bijan pop, you guys can say, "Oh, look, Flawless, you are wrong." I don't care. I am not drafting Bijan nowhere. Cause I know he's gonna cost too much, and I don't want him. You can't have every goddamn on body. Screw you, Bijan. It ain't his fault though. But good luck to Bijan this year and Atlanta Falcons. But I'm going to tell you something about Atlanta. They are first or tops in so many running back metrics. So it's like they had so many running backs running hella efficient and stuff like that. So their running game is strong over there. But that's what made me not want Kyle Pitts or the second-year wide receiver over there, because I'm just not sure with the quarterback play with Ritter and stuff. It's just knowing they're going to be so run heavy. Now they might be getting boat raced a lot of times, but who knows? I wouldn't mess with it. So I'm glad that in a sense that Bijan Robinson got picked there, because that'll probably push my boy Algier down a couple more rounds. And I'll take it. Let's shoot the number 9 Philadelphia Eagles. Now, this ain't fantasy relevant. For defensive team purposes, it might be. Jalen Carter out of Georgia. Man, Philadelphia picked so many goddamn Georgia players. You thought these motherfuckers had stock in, Georgia Bulldogs. But Philadelphia really trying to make sure that defense is legit. And they got aging guys over there. What's the homeboy name? They got aging guy over there, Fletcher Cox. So they need to put the young pieces in there together. So Philadelphia's still going to be good. Outside of something happening to Hurts or something like that, they should still be legit and be knocking on the door every time. Number 10, but San Fran whooped their ass anyway this week. But we're not going to talk about that. Number 10, Chicago Bears drafted offensive tackle Darnell Wright out of Tennessee. Now that's good because they give the quarterbacks some protection. Justin Fields needs that protection, so that's good for him. I know a lot of you guys, going to be looking at Justin's, seeing that Justin Fields and looking at that those winning weeks that he was having was so stupid. But you don't want to chase those points because those points might not be there. But man, he lit the league on fire, man. He was winning a lot of people weeks and stuff like that. So I'm glad he got some protection at number 10 spot. Offensive tackle out of Tennessee. Let's move to number 12. The Detroit Lions draft moved up and got Jahmyr Gibbs, running back, Alabama. Now here's the deal. Montgomery's still the man there, okay? Montgomery will start snap 1, pending injury. That was a replacement, because obviously we know now that they got over. Oh, man, that dude is so freaking glass. People's like, oh. I'm glad they drafted Gibbs. Because I believe there'll be a 1-2 punch, and he'll be like the third down back. But the Montgomery can catch too, but they had to get DeAndre Swift up out of there. That dude's so porcelain, fine china. He's a mixture of porcelain, fine china, and blended into a 50% mix of both, 50-50. He's very brittle. He's more brittle than peanut brittle. I don't care for that dude. And people are like, oh man, he's going to be legit in Philly. I ain't worried about that either. Dude glass. Trust me. Detroit saw a thing, and they got rid of his ass and drafted Gibbs. So congratulations to Gibbs. He's going to a situation. Well, he'll have enough playing time, but he's going to be playing behind Montgomery. I mean, you got to get rid of these cancers, and good job for Detroit Lions. Now, we're going to jump to picks 20 through 23. It was a run on wide receivers. Seattle drafted Jackson Smith. I ain't going to pronounce his last name. Jackson Smith Njigba, wide receiver at Ohio State. And number 22, Chargers drafted Quentin Johnston, wide receiver out of TCU. Number 22, Baltimore Ravens drafted Zay Flowers, wide receiver out of Boston College. And number 23, the Vikings drafted Jordan Addison, wide receiver out of USC. Now, here's the reason why, guys, I just put those in there like that. I'm not going to spotlight these players because I don't believe any of these wide receivers, the Seattle Ricker wide receiver, Chargers, Baltimore Ravens, or the Vikings will. I don't believe neither one of these guys is going to flourish. Now, guess what? Could some type of outlier happen, but Yeah, they'll be getting picked up off waivers. And if somebody drafting, they'll probably been dropped in round 2. I mean, week 2 or week 3. It's just too much going on. I like Jordan Addison a lot, even though he was the 4th wide receiver pick in his run between 20 and 23. But hell, he went to a team with Justin Jefferson, T.J. Hockenson, and K.J. Osborne. Man, dude's going to get so little targets, man. He ain't clogging up my roster, but congratulations to them, and hopefully they do well as you know, career type wise. So let's move along to number 25. Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, this was solid. This was solid right here. When the Buffalo Bills traded up and drafted tight end freaking Dalton Kincaid, man, I was like, man, right in front of Dallas. Right in front of Dallas. Dallas be getting worked, man. It's like they did that before. You know, Philadelphia did it to them. I would have said they've been done that like 3 times already. People love jumping in front of that team. Now at first you kind of like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Why Buffalo drafting a tight end when they already got Knox, and Knox supposed to be homeboys with Josh Allen? But you know, it comes a time he's signed through for a little bit, but you want to keep Dallas away from it. If you like Kincaid, just get another weapon for your stud quarterback. Speaking of stud quarterback, it was a rumor out, man. You can't trust internet. It was this rumor out that Josh Allen had got this one chick pregnant or something like that. It was a rumor. At least it was supposed to have been a rumor, but the claims were like proven to be false. But saying it happened back when they was playing the Cincinnati game in the playoffs, you know, I saw it. I'm like, oh man, you can't trust nothing on the internet. That's a little sidebar. But yeah, so you know, Dallas needed a tight end because they got Jake Ferguson. I like Jake Ferguson, but they don't have Dalton Schultz anymore. But Jake Ferguson is good. But at the end of the day, you know, they wanted that dude Kincaid. They wanted Kincaid. Like I was on Facebook and I was talking to some people about it, and they were like, oh, we didn't want him. We wanted this guy such and such is a better fit for our team. I was like, dude, they undercut y'all. Just deal with it. And the dude was like, you don't know nothing about football. I'm like, bro, they sat right up here. It's a freaking whole subject where the freaking, what's that thing called? Where the whole organization of Buffalo was saying that they purposely jumped up above Dallas to make sure they got him so they wouldn't get him. So trust me, they knew what they wanted. You know, so, but of course, that's just Dallas Cowgirl fans being butthurt because they didn't get their player. God, I can't stand Dallas Cowgirl fans sometimes. But, Dalton Kincaid, Buffalo Bill. You better make the most opportunities, boy. So, that was pretty much it for the first round, guys. You know, I want to talk about 2 things before I go though. I got some nice memes coming up towards the back end of the video. Hope you enjoy those. But let me ask you guys a question, man. What the hell's up with Will Levis, man? Now, he ended up getting drafted in the 2nd round, as we already know. But, God, oh, man. I felt bad for him, but I was kind of happy for him. Kind of like, okay, well, you get that hunger and stuff like that, you know. But you got those the girls that were sitting around him. I don't know if one was a sister, one was his mama, this and that. Then you had one of the girls left, and then the girl with the red came over. Man, that girl in the red, bro. That girl, there's something wrong with that girl. Look, I know all right, I'm trying not to digress too much, because I know y'all know how I can get, right? Y'all know how personal I get when I started talking about freaking, you know, manhood and stuff like that. But you see this girl eyes, though, for real. It's like she thinks she's so sexy when she have her eyes like 80% closed. I am so sexy. Me and my red dress. She probably can get some good throat. But outside of that, she has nothing to offer. I guarantee you she's not soft, she's not friendly, she's not submissive or none of that crap. At all. She's probably pissed. She's like, this mother effer ain't gonna get no type of payday like he's supposed to. And she's gonna move on to the next body, because that's what these broads do. I hope you enjoy the memes that's coming up. I can't call it Meme Monday because it's going to be Meme Saturday night or Meme Sunday. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. See you on the next episode. I'm going to drop rounds 2 and 3 on my next video. Let me know what you thought about the first round. Any surprises? Anything you liked, you didn't like? Who you think is going to actually benefit the most? Who you think got the best grade as a team? Let me know in the comments. Enjoy the memes. See you on the next episode. Make sure you press like, share the video, and comment. I appreciate it. I'll let you next time. Flawless Fantasy Football.